Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and I am so excited to be sharing my love of makeup and beauty with you all. Since it's getting close to the end of the year, I decided I wanted to do a little bit of reminiscing about some of the products that I tried, things that I loved, things that I didn't love over the last 12 months. I was originally going to do this as one big video, but I realized I had too many eyeshadow palettes, so the eyeshadow palette video, which is a ranking video, will come out after this one, so stick around for that. But today I'm going to share some of my favorite products as well as some of my biggest disappointments from the past year that are not eyeshadow palettes. I've got quite a few products to talk about, so we'll start with the fails and then end on a bit of a happier note. So the first one I have to talk about here is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Should have known this wasn't going to work for me. I rarely have good luck with drugstore foundations. They're almost always the wrong undertone for me, and I really struggle to find my shade. I did purchase the lightest shade, which is also a like cool to neutral shade. It was absolutely orange. It was definitely the wrong color, but it's also a very thick foundation, and it feels goopy on the skin. It doesn't feel good. And it looks instantaneously cakey and just gets worse throughout the day. And that's, you know, thicker foundation is okay for, especially on video, but just as a general rule, I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. It was a pass. Another product I have decluttered, this is the Tarte Micellar Magic Makeup Remover. Tarte is one of those brands that so many of my friends who have sensitive skin swear by. But this stuff burned. I don't know what it is, if it's something in there that I was allergic to, but every single time I put it on my skin, it felt like my skin was on fire, and I couldn't use it anywhere near my eyes, but even just my cheeks. It burned so bad. I hated it. Could not use it. One of my friends who does have really sensitive skin, though, uses it normally and likes it, and it doesn't bother her skin, so it's got to be something in there that I'm allergic to, but ugh, hated it. This is the Ofra Gloss in Millie. It is the collaboration with Sam March. I did buy the trio, so I do have the 3, and the other 2 I do really like. But this one is the most popular, and it's the one everybody raves about, and it's awful. And it's just bad. Like, it's a bad color, it's a bad topper, it's a gritty texture. I just don't like it. I don't understand why it was so popular. The other 2 don't feel like this, and they don't look like this. They're way nicer glosses. So I don't know what was wrong with this one. I don't know if maybe this one in particular that I got was a dud, but I don't get why why this one is popular. It's gross and weird. My next fail that I picked up is the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. I have mine in bronze metal. It's not bad, not too bad of a color. It's a bit too dark, so like I don't love the color. But the idea that they're no budge is so false. This stuff moves around so badly on me. I don't typically have creasy eyes, like my eyeshadow doesn't crease on me, but this stuff does. It budges so bad, and for something literally called the no budge eyeshadow stick, I don't understand. I wanted to love these, I really did, but they're just not good. This next one is one I've talked about a bit on my channel before, and the product itself is not an entire fail, it's more that it doesn't live up to the hype, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrushed Finishing Powder. I have a big pan in it. That is because there's almost no product in this pan, so if you use it sparingly over a few months like I have, you will hit pan. If you used it every day, I imagine you would have used this up in a couple months. It's fine. There's nothing overtly wrong with this product. My issue with it is that it's so hyped up as this game-changing makeup powder. It's going to totally change the way your makeup works, and it's supposed to just be amazing, and it just isn't. It's just not. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not that great, and for the price of it, it better be doing my taxes for me. Like, that's an insane, insane price to pay for just a mediocre powder. So I found this product really disappointing. I'm gonna finish it because I already have it, but I will not be repurchasing. These are the Colourpop and Animal Crossing New Horizons Just a Tint lip tints. I have apple, cherry, peach, and orange here. These are, again, fine. There's nothing overtly wrong with them. It's how they're advertised. The Just a Tint lip tints are advertised as being smooth, weightless, and super moisturizing, none of which is the case. They are kind of heavy, they are not very moisturizing, they're actually pretty drying, and I would not call them smooth. They're fine, but they're not insane. They look really pretty on, and they are reasonably nice, like I'll continue to wear them, but they're just not, they're not what they were advertised as being. These ones are scented. They're meant to be scented like the fruit. I don't know that that's necessarily the case. They all just sort of smell vaguely fruity to me. But I do like the scents, and I like the colors. I just think for being advertised as something super moisturizing, they're not moisturizing at all. They're not a balm. And for a much later note, I have quite a lot of favorites to talk about. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder Foundation. I have mine in the shade 110. It is also the shade I wear for all other Fenty complexion products. I really like this. I didn't used to like powder foundations because I have very, very oily skin, and it used to break down the powder very quickly, and I found I had no coverage with it and it just didn't work very well. But I do really like this. It's reasonably long lasting, and because it comes in a compact, it's easy to take with you and touch up if need be. I think coverage-wise, it's still fairly light, but one of the things I like to do with this is actually pair it with the Fenty Eavesdrop, the skin tint, and the two of them together form a really, really nice light coverage, where it's not heavy, it's not cakey, but it's also not nothing. I think this is really, really good, and this is one of my go-to foundations, especially right now when I'm trying not to wear heavy makeup under my mask when I'm going out. So I think this is really good, and I enjoy it. Another favorite from this year, this is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I have always struggled with finding a sunscreen that could go under makeup easily without ruining the makeup on top. I think that's because I have oily skin, so many sunscreens are quite greasy, and as soon as you put makeup on top, the combination of my skin oil plus the sunscreen, it just melts right off. This stuff is basically matte. It dries to like almost a powder finish, and it really actually works very well as a primer or underneath a primer. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. This tube is getting pretty empty and the label's coming off now, but I really enjoy this. I think it's awesome. This is the Lethal Cosmetics lipstick in Venture. It is the sort of chocolatey brown kind of color. I have this on my lips today. I love this lipstick. I think it's fantastic. The color is really nice. It's smooth. It applies really well. It's not moisturizing, but it's also not matte. It's definitely more of a satin, but you can add a balm underneath it or a gloss on top if you want a bit more of that slick feeling to it. I just think this is a really, really good formula. I don't need any more lipsticks right now, so I probably won't buy any more just yet, but when I am ready to buy more, Lethal is definitely on my list to look at. One of the sort of techniques or looks that I added to my repertoire this year that I've really been enjoying is colorful eyeliner, and my absolute favorite way to do that has been the Colourpop BFF liquid liners. I have two different blues, a green, a pink, and a brown here, but I have had lots of different colors. The black one is also great, there's nothing wrong with that, but these are my favorite colorful liners because they're really affordable. They come in lots of different colors, and the formula is really good. It's not waterproof, but I find it doesn't move around too much with sort of my mask. I find the condensation when I'm wearing a mask for a long time can make my eye makeup move around, but I don't think these do. But they're definitely not waterproof, like I wouldn't wear them swimming. I think these are really, really good. I have absolutely been loving the green, the really bright blue, I think that's called Sky High, and I also have the brown. I have several backups of the brown. I think these are just a really, really fun way to add a little bit of color to your eye without going and purchasing something really expensive or a big crazy colorful eyeshadow palette. They're a little bit of like a safer, more beginner-friendly alternative, so I think these are really, really good. They're definitely a favorite. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing in the color Lola. It is sort of like a watermelon-y pink blush. This has definitely been my favorite blush of the year. I have to remind myself not to just wear it over and over and over again. I think it's so good. It's got such a pretty, like, you can even see it in the pan. It's got quite a sheen to it, but at the same time, it looks satin on the skin, not sparkly. And it gives this beautiful flush of color. It's really buildable as well, so if you have deeper skin than me, you can definitely get away with a bold blush like this, or you can lighten it up by just going in with a lighter wash. I prefer my blush a little bit bolder, so I do like that it is buildable and I can make it a bit bold for my skin. I really, really want some other ones of this, including the highlighter, I believe it's called Ozone, but I'm trying so hard not to buy any new makeup right now, but it's on my wish list. I want it. These are the Glamnetic Magnetic False Lashes. I have mine in Venus here, although I have cut them short. I've made them sort of demi lashes. I don't find I like the lashes going all the way across, so I usually cut mine short. These are really, really great. I am terrible with false lashes. I don't know what it is. As soon as I try and glue them on, I can't do it. But I can do winged eyeliner and regular liquid eyeliner. So this stuff works really well. You just put the black liquid liner on, let it dry, and then it is magnetized and you can put the lashes, stick it right to the liner. It's super, super easy. They last a really long time. They don't come off your eye very easily. Obviously, they come off at the end of the night when you want them to, but they're not just gonna like fall off throughout the night. And the lashes can be reused many times if you're taking good care of them. They're really easy to clean. I think these are really, really good. So I definitely recommend these. This one was a bit of a surprise to me, but this is the Jelly Much eyeshadow in Barrel from the Colourpop and Nightmare Before Christmas collab. Most of this collab was a bit of a fail for me. I will talk about the palette a little bit more in my palette video, but this eyeshadow is so pretty. Like, it's just this beautiful sort of bronzy shift. It's got almost like a green or a blue kind of sparkle in it. I think it's just really, really gorgeous. And I am so impressed with this shadow, so I am really happy that I have it. My last favorite for the year is the Odin's Eye Norns highlighter in Web of Destiny. This is the beautiful sort of pinky pearly one. I absolutely adore this highlighter. I wear it all the time. This is one of my favorite highlighter formulas I've ever used. It's just, it's got, I'm hoping you can see that there, it's got this beautiful like icy metallic shift, but it's also not, it's not sparkly as much. It's a little sparkly, but it's not crazy sparkly. It's just really beautiful. I absolutely love this. I think this is great. This might be one of my favorite products I purchased this year. That was everything I had to talk about. What are your favorites and fails from 2021? Is there anything that you are really hoping to try next year? I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!